Hi there, another short video in the Traverse training series. Today we are demonstrating how to make requests for charts that are in offsite storage to be delivered to a doctor's office. This was a special request made by the Polyclinic as they are a multi-site medical clinic with millions of charts. Scanning charts is easy and fast, but what if you don't have the chart in your hands? Well, Traverse has a very powerful search function that allows wildcard and semi-text searches like a partial name and date of birth. Notice that I didn't put in her full name, and it found it anyhow. The request transaction does not move or check the item out, but rather sends a message to have the item retrieved and brought to a physician's office. Notice that the chart is in this current location. Looking at the family tree, you could see that this chart is in this location, and it is not contained by another chart, nor does it contain other charts. We could have a parent-child relationship. Notice the history of this chart is in reverse chronological order. That is, the most recent transaction is at the top of the screen. Notice also that we've got some custom fields here at the bottom. This chart was requested to be delivered by Dr. Rossi. I could look up Dr. Rossi's ID, or I could simply type in his email address. We also enter the location. Now, I don't know the location ID, so I'm going to go look it up. After clicking the request transaction, we receive a screen notification that the request has either succeeded or failed, and in the background, an email or SMS or both has been sent. Okay, so now you see it has been requested. And see there's another request receipt, and it's got a newer date. Sometimes we just want to create a workflow for a group of users and avoid any confusion that can be caused by a screen with too many options. Perhaps there are too many options on the items page. The transactions page only allows transactions to be performed. Here are the standard transactions that can be applied to items. But what if there are still too many options? There may be some transactions that don't apply to the application. Notice the transaction names and the associated checkboxes. Deselecting transactions removes them from the transaction screen. So let's say, for example, we're not going to do any check-in. No, we will do check-in. This one. This one. So I've removed these transactions. Also, if we go to the next page, you'll notice that they've got their full titles on the buttons. So let's say I'm going to customize one of these titles. Notice the word asset. That word asset gets replaced. And now when we come back to the transactions page, you notice how we've reduced the number of transactions that we can perform. I'm going to log out and log back in with a user that has fewer permissions. Notice also that I'm scanning a badge. I could type in the email address, the ID. In this case, that's the user's badge ID. Okay. Now you'll see I don't have all those options. Let's go back home. And if I scan that, notice the scanning still works. And also, lookup still works. But now when I click it, it takes me directly to this page. Just click request, and it's the same exact screen that you saw earlier. And again, I could look up the doctor's ID. This time I'll do the lookup. Okay. And then I'm going to put in the location. And the chart's already there. I'm going to add it to the list. Okay, there it is. And then again, when is it due back? And it made the requests. And I will receive an email or an SMS for retrieving those charts. So this concludes how to make the request. After the request is made, the courier will perform the act of retrieving and delivering the charts. The charts are then checked out to the appropriate people at the office. At this time, the actual location changes and the barcodes can be used to perform the checkout. Thanks for watching, and remember, you can download all of our software from our website.